Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you. We have playoff football and bone-chilling playoff football at that in the city of brotherly love at Lincoln Financial Field. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here. Yes, they can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 5'11 quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
He's always been an incredible decision maker on the field. Takes care of the ball really well, puts his team in the right positions, makes sure the play calls are accurate. Also was a minor league baseball player. Didn't hit very well there. I think he made a great career choice picking football.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. Quickly now a look at the Eagles' offensive starters.
An excellent year, obviously, because they got the open week, had the bye. But the one thing you always worry about, the rust factor. And I had a coach say to me one time, when you have that open week, you often think about scrimmaging so you're ready to go the next week. But you know you can't, so you cross your fingers and hope your guys are ready to roll.
The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Oh, yeah! Time for a look at the defensive starters now for the Rams. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 19. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Wilson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. To throw again is Wilson. This one caught by Crowder. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one a first down. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He had no options downfield there and just chucked it out of bounds.
There was no one open. He was in the pocket. Where was the intentional grounding call?
Oh, you wanted the flag.
Of course I did. I'm a defensive guy. You know that. Where was the flag? The officials point out that someone was in the area. He got away with one.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. To throw is Wilson. And that's incomplete. Wilson's pass. Incomplete on the throwaway. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
Let's go. Switch.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And the offensive starters here for Los Angeles.
And this is a unit that has to feel good about itself. Got the win last week in the wild card round, and oftentimes we say you want to get the open week and get some rest, but many times we see the upsets happen with a team that won the week before and has momentum on its side.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And the defense now for the Eagles.
When you see Brooks Reed going after the quarterback and you see that hair trailing out from under his helmet, look out.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Come on, fellas.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All day, defense, all day.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Fletcher Cox, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
On second and 12, Wilson over the middle, and it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for, and it'll bring up third down. On third down, Wilson. It's complete to Diggs. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now Jackson on first down. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. Looking to throw on second down. Jackson, that's out to Chubb, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. From the gun on third down, Jackson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing.
58 to Mike. Here we go, D.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. A tough running, but not a ton to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
That's it, baby. That's it. Brings up third and 7.
They go play action with Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Jackson. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got one.
A run for Nick Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Second and 10. The 46-yard line.
Anunwa's got it. Complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Now Gordon on first down. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Got Gordon open, completes it. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Wilson on third down. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
Here comes the ball.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44.
2 yards on the pickup.
Everyone got 4
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
First down, a run with Hyde. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Derek Wolf there on the stop.
Right there.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Now Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Fletcher Cox, his 2nd sack of the night. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Let's go.
And the Rams getting set to go now. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They give the Chubb out of the gun. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up, because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Just gave us Brown on the tackle. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Got a man. It's Brown.
Let's go.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
Strip the ball. Strip that.
On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 14. Throwing is Wilson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now it's Peterson. And running with power here. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And the pass complete to Anunwa. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Jackson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So let's glance at a player's spotlight now with Russell Wilson. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
I know they'd like to erase that video in those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. Here's Wilson to throw. And Diggs has it. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Able to get this to Gordon. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense...
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Zadarius Smith able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's NFC Divisional Round game. But first, let's take a look back at action from earlier. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around.
Oh, Chump fumbled it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
Now, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
All day.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Wilson. This will be caught by Brown. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Za'Darius Smith bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They do get 6, but they've still got some work to do on 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
You better be ready next time.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Here we go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now it's Jackson.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So let's glance at a player's spotlight now with Russell Wilson. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins, we talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Watch the shit.
Wilson now operating from the gun. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete here. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Back to the ground. This time it's Hyde. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves. I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started in minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Tells you whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. To throw is Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there, and that's exactly what happened on that play.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Wilson. It's complete to Diggs. That one goes for 24 yards.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one of my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl. The tuck roll,
didn't you? Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this, in Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Into the hands of Enunwa on the jet sweep. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Rams.
Now Darkwa. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 5 now. Jackson, he gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. Jackson now, just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Jackson now, got an open man, it's Enunwa. And Owen coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And now back out comes the offense. And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage. And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we could also sense that it was important to them because nothing has to change. You don't have to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going on the road, you may have to even leave earlier in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment against the team you're going to play. So being at home is a big deal, but now they know, at least they feel like it, they're moving on to the championship round. There's got to be no better feeling. Look at that 24-hour roll-in. Enjoy that before they look forward to the next opponent.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Let's go!
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. On the run, Darkwan. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The Rams on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Darkwan, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Jackson now, throwing again. And he fires one incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Jackson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Gerald McCoy forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw is Jackson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The Rams on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Jackson letting one go deep for a noon one. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Let's go!
Brady, never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
It's our time. It's our time.
On 1st down, Gordon. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2-yard line.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Whoa, shifty.
Whoa.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. They'll run on first down. Gordon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second and 12, Wilson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. Complete here, it's Hyde. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll look to throw, and this one hauled in by Rudolph. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Back to throw. It's caught, Smith. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. He's back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down. Back to throw. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Complete. Smith has it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And his kick is indeed good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Darquan. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Joe Schobert on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. The 47-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Thompson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Well, he's got a noon one. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 3rd down gain of 19. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
The tackle by Denzel Perryman.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. He's got Smith here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. He may try and run for this. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a 1st down.
Number 53, Mike 53. We're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet.
On 1st down, Thompson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Desmond King on the tackle. A 7-yard pickup. 2nd and 3.
Nunez got it, complete. He's got the first down inside the 10. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
First and goal.
Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
Pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
At the 6-yard line.
They'll run again now with Darkwan. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Biggest play now in this opening drive of overtime. This is third and goal. Throwing is Jackson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brooks Reed coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up fourth. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And McManus able to put it through. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flushed it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Wolfe. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Wilson to throw. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Wilson. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field.
Offense.
And they're already walking backwards. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Gets it to Gordon. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. And here's your ball game, down 3 in overtime, but they're going for this thing on fourth down. Now Wilson, it's complete to Grant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That, the definition of a do-or-die play, but they keep this overtime session going with a first down. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. To throw again is Wilson. And Diggs has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
What's tight? Tight end right. What's tight? Tight end right.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Roberts has it. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Here's Gordon. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Wilson. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Tavecchio puts this one through, and we are tied once again here in the overtime session. Both teams swapping field goals on their respective first drives of overtime, so now, you know the drill, it's on to old school sudden death.
Yeah, it sounds exciting, doesn't it? Can I be a little bit of Dennis Downer here, though? That drive, able to go that far, yet they had to kick the field goal to keep playing. You would have thought maybe, could they punch it in and go ahead and end it?
We get more free football.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Come on.
I'm back upbeat again. Forget the Downer stuff.
Keep playing.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. The situation is simple. It is sudden death from here on out. We had 2 stops defensively. The next score, whatever it is, wins this game.
And I can't wait to see how the defense decides to play this because knowing that the next point you give up, lose the game for you, I expect them to be more aggressive. Not just play a normal situational defense, but go after them, attack them a little bit because otherwise, the offense is just trying to find their way to get downfield and kick a field goal. Don't sit back and wait for them to make their plays. I think the defense needs to go after them.
Charles Davis says maybe they go aggressive. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust him.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Wilson able to get this to Gordon. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this.
He's checking. Crash.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Fletcher Cox on the tackle.
Heavy.
It's a gain of 3.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
It's a gain of 2.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
I'm coming after you.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's got this down to the 35. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And a short gain down to about the 33. Preston Smith there on the stop.
Single.
2 yards on the pickup.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gordon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I love the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So it all rests now on the left foot of Giorgio Tavecchio. This would put them in the NFC title game. And he got it! The kick is good. He splits the uprights. And in doing so, he sends them to the NFC title game. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.